Hello everyone, my name is David and welcome to my ranking of the best talents you can get in the Battle Cats. First of all, I will be ranking them by priority that I think the talent has, which means that if I started Battle Cats again, I would upgrade the cat number 1 first, after that the cat in number 2 and so on. Keep in mind that if you don't have the cat in question or don't have the possibility to put talents on it, just upgrade the next cat on the list, okay? Second of all, keep in mind that this is my ranking, so it's based on my opinion. I've been playing for many years, but you can think differently from me. If you think I've missed any good talents in this ranking, please tell me in the comments. And third of all, this tier list will be posted in the Battle Stats app in the next version, but if you want to download to see everything implemented up until now, you can get it from the link in the description for free. So, without further ado, let's start with the top 10. First on the list we have Rice Ball Cat. Rice Ball Cat is a shitty mid shield that is only special because it shreds metal enemies with low health, because it's spammable and it attacks 3 times every 1.1 seconds, but that's not the focus of the unit. Their talents give them the opportunity of being a debuff immune mid shield. He gets immune to freeze, immune to slow, immune to poison, and because Rice Ball Cat is a special cat, it gains 80% more HP and we don't talk about the 80% damage buff because it's irrelevant, but with the 80% more HP buff, he finally gets a respectable HP number. He gets 29,000 HP, which is pretty nice, and this means that with talents, I think this cat becomes the best spammable immune to the buff mid shield in the game. And I say spammable because, well, Boulder still exists and it still holds the crown. For 9th position we have Heavy Assault Cat, of course. Another special cat. Well, untalented Heavy Assault Cat is a failure. It's a failed rusher that has weakened against black for some reason and 8,000 damage, which is nice but not great. But the only thing it needed to become relevant was 2 talents. The first one is the 80% attack buff that every special cat receives. Well, not every one of them, but these ones do receive it, making the damage 14,000, which is average, but you know, it's workable. And the second one, the second talent that it gains, it grants them massive damage ability, which is huge. With this little of investment, Heavy Assault Cat's final damage becomes 58,330 and 20 damage, sorry. And its DPS skyrockets up to 17,322, almost 23. And the rest of the talents are trash, so don't get them. Okay, next on the list, position number 8 is held by Housewife, the super rare cat. Housewife is already a good unit with long range, a decent enough 15k damage and 20k health. Yeah, the premise of this cat is being a zombie crowd controller. What? As you might have guessed, that didn't go very well, so Housewife specializes in the generalist role a bit more by gaining, like, it is 30% savage blow and 20% HP and damage buff, as you expected. And yeah, Housewife's reality now is being an incredible stackable generalist for some dojos and outbreaks, but also it's a very solid unit with long range. And yeah, if you are gonna try to get to the top dojo scores, you gotta have this unit. Position number 7 goes to Dancer Cat. Who could have guessed? Another special cat. Yeah, Dancer Cat is a solid unit that falls off after you beat Empire of Cats, but gets a huge buff via his talents. Because he's a special cat, he gets the infamous 80% damage and health boost. This guy has stab bonus. He gets also on top of that 20% chance of level 1 surge attack, while also getting 2 very nice immunities. That is freeze immune and wave immune. The result is a unit that stays very solid through mid game and in 4-star maps of Stories of Legends and all that stuff. I really recommend this one, especially for Stories of Legends, and yeah, and even use him in Uncanny Legends. He will work and he will do a great job, to be honest, in those stages with restrictions. Yeah, a very solid unit. 6th position is held by Yukimura. one of the fastest units in the game. I almost say fattest. No, the fastest. One of the fastest units in the game, and the first to be rare in this list. He's one of the best rushers in the game. He deals massive damage against black enemies, but we're here to talk about his strengthen and damage boosts, because yeah, firstly his damage increases from 67,000 damage up to 80,000 damage, which against blacks means it goes from 267,000 damage up to 320,000 damage, which is a leap of like 53,000 damage. But that's not all. He also gets a strengthen talent that activates at 40% HP and boosts his damage by 50%, giving him 481,000 damage against black enemies and a grand total of 105,000 DPS. So please, if you have Yukimura, give him talents right now. If you don't give him these two talents, you are using him wrong. Next on the list, occupying number 5, we have Balrog, another uber rare. With Balrog we have the same situation as with Yukimura, but even crazier. Balrog's talents are great all around. He has the usual 20% increase in health and damage, and those alone are already a 20k health and damage increase, because Balrog has at level 50 like 100,000 HP and 100,000 damage for like 3,000 cents, something like that. And yeah, but that's just the beginning. His CTS talent is wave resist, which is quite nice, and gives him 50% resist against waves. You know, not bad, although not great. Next, there's a strengthen, and yeah, this one is crazy. When Balrog loses 67%, once again, 67% HP, his damage literally triples. Wait, yeah, now that means that he deals, let me take a quick look, 364,500 damage every hit, and packs 163,000 DPS. I don't really know, but I think this cat right here has one of the, if not the highest DPS in the game. But you know, when Ponos gave this unit talents, they thought, wait, it's not enough. He has single target, so it's completely balanced, right? Right, Ponos? He's completely balanced with 163,000 DPS. So yeah, let's save also 750 cents from his price. Yeah, that will make it. Yeah, yeah, definitely make it B tier at least. And so now we have a unit that costs 2,250 cents. Has 126,000 health, and under 33% health deals 364,500 damage with completely insane DPS. Okay, yeah, pretty balanced, nice. Next on number 4 we have also a pretty balanced unit, and another Uber. Yes, I know, another Uber, whatever. Number 4 goes to Warlock and Pierre. Yeah, I know that the form that gains the talent is called Mag Dr. Clay, but this is my video and I will call them Warlock and Pierre because I want. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a lot to cover, because this unit is the first in the list that has ultra talents, also the last one in the list. I'm surprised that no other ultra talent Uber make it to this list, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, these two gain Curse, Wave and Warp immune, yeah, full immunities, while the base unit, the not Warlock, Mad Dr. Clay, already have another 4 immunities in the base version, but yeah, whatever. In order of priority, I would take Curse immune, later on Wave immune, and to be honest, I wouldn't take Warp immune because it's quite useless. Curse immune, as silly as it sounds, it's quite important in a unit like Warlock and Pierre, well, Mad Dr. Clay, I'm sorry, because if Warlock and Pierre for some reason gets cursed, on top of the restriction of only attacking aliens and bases, he will lose the alien targeting and only be able to attack bases, because for some reason that's how target only works, and with Curse, and yeah, I guess. Okay, Bonus, so take Curse immune. But that's not all. This freak of a unit gets ultra talents at level 60, so I always thought that Mad Dr. Clay was a mid unit, because yeah, it deals 259,000 damage or 300,000 with with the boost and whatever. But yeah, even though it does that much damage, it doesn't have like nothing special like long range or Omni Strike that makes you prefer him over other alien nukers, like for example Aphrodite. That's like the default alien nuker, you know. But that's where the ultra talents become interesting. He gains Surge Immune, which is a very nice addition to the current meta to the large repertoire of immunities he has at this point. He gets Colossus Layer, which boosts him even more if he needed it. I don't know. This means that he has 510,000 health and deals 590,000 damage against colossal enemies, almost 600,000 damage. But the best talent he receives by far is gaining the trailless targeting. This makes it so that Mad Dr. Clay is now not only another alien nuker, another boring nuker, but also a much more demanded role here in Battle Cats, that is a traitless nuker. Yay! Yeah, now I'm hyping this a little bit too much, but it's because it's a big deal. We don't have that many traitless nukers in the game, and the ones that we have aren't as great as this one, you know? It's a big deal. This unit can carry you through Heavenly Tower, through Tradeless Tower, a bunch of story mode bosses, and a lot of event stages. I understand that these talents are a big investment and that players may not be able to afford it. Let me check it real fast. Yeah, you can see it's 1100 NP if you want to get each and every one of the talents that it has, while you don't really need Warp Immune, so it's more like 1000 NP. And yeah, I understand a lot of players won't be able to afford this until late game, but I truly think this is a crucial addition to your cat army, and you need this unit if you want to beat some of the stages in Battle Cat. Well, okay, I'm exaggerating here a little bit for the dramatic purposes of the video, but yeah, he's a great help. Okay, so we're getting to the best stuff on the list. On number 3 we have the first and last rare cat in this list. There's other cats, these are the rare cats with good talents, but the combination of good talents with a great, very spammable crowd controller makes an indispensable unit in the early, mid, and sometimes even late game. I'm talking of course of no other than Xantho. This unit is, to be honest, completely fine without talents. You could use him perfectly. He does his job very good, and the greatest thing about him is that you can spam him as if he was a mid-shield, just with an M research up combo of your choice. Well, he's not as spammable as a mid-shield, to be completely honest, but but you don't need to know that. Yeah, talents. Xantho gains an entire new target for some reason, an entire new crowd control ability, a 50% survive chance. Remember, he's as spammable as a mid-shield almost, and an improvement to his already good enough slow ability. So he now targets. Let's do a quick review about this unit. You have a unit that's as spammable as a mid-shield, that targets Angel and Floating, that does slow for 5 seconds and weaken for 4 seconds, and a chance of surviving a third knockback. And yeah, remember, this unit has area damage. I mean, what else do you need from a crowd controller? This is like SS tier of crowd controllers. So now you know everything that Xantho gains in his true form, in his talents, and tell me, would you consider, even consider using, I mean, knowing everything that Xantho gains in his talents, would you even consider using Bodhisattva at any point? He's literally everything that Bodhisattva is, but just straight better, in every way. Not in every way, but yeah, why would you bother using Bodhisattva? Bodhisattva literally went extinct. But yeah, talking about units that has been in the game for a very, very long time, number 2 is occupied by Baja Blast, or as you may know him, Bahamut. So these talents are a bit exclusive, because to be able to get them you have to beat Awakened Bahamut Cat. He's an enemy that appears in Bahamut Cat's trial. Yeah, it's not an impossible stage, but if you aren't that experienced you can have a bad time against him. But let me tell you, they are really worth it, because these talents are completely broken. Bahamut gets slow immune, which is not bad, although not the highlight. He gets a bit more speed, which is also very nice, perfect, okay. Not that much, but it's good enough. And he gets a 100% chance of creating an explosion upon hitting an enemy. Yeah, maybe you don't understand how OP this is. Explosion is like a surge or a wave in that it carries the same damage as the attack that created it. So yeah, if you think a little bit about it, this means that Bahamut can deal twice the damage and twice the DPS, making him relevant in the game again. That's why I gave him the Uncanny Legends stat boost orb thingy, because with this on, Baja Blast now deals 363,000 damage. So I guess Ponos didn't really want a unit that old and that iconic for the game like Bahamut to fell off, to be outdated. So they pulled this move, and Bahamut is now completely broken. He still has very low health and he's very fragile, but he has twice the damage output had before, so well done, Ponos, I guess. And well, we are done here for number 2. You might have already guessed who the number 1 is, but first, some honorary mentions to other cats that didn't make it to the list, but deserve some recognition. Lil King Dragon, he gets mini wave, surge immune, 100% survive, and damage and health boost. Not 80% damage and health boost, but pretty significant 20%, which is, yeah, pretty solid talents for late and also mid game too, mostly because of that surge immune talent, which is very nice. Cyberpunk gets cost down and more slow time, which is very useful because, as we all know, Cyberpunk is very OP. Hayabusa is one of my favorite tubers and another example of crazy ultra talents. He didn't make it to the list because he's also very expensive and he doesn't afford as much as Warlock Pierre, for example. But yeah, these ultra talents are crazy. The attack frequency, yeah, it literally doubles his DPS. The strong ability that once again almost doubles his DPS, and yeah, this Uber ends up having like 264,000 HP, which is crazy for a Ruser generalist unit, and 32,000 DPS against zombies while having 650 range. Okay, let's not get into how strong Hayabusa is currently because we won't be finishing this video soon. Yeah, and Dark Laser Cat is also a very nice unit to get talents on. With its level 6 wave and cost down talents, he's also pretty strong, but he's too situational to enter this list, so I thought I'd give it at least a shout out, you know. And with all of that out of the way, the strongest cat talents in the game are for Master of the Pacific. Why wouldn't he? He gets 80% dodge chance. Huge. Against everything, guys. Against everything. 80% dodge. That's just unfairly broken. And it's not just that, he also gets level 5 mini surge and okay, that's enough. Master of the Pacific is clearly not the number 1. I mean, he's really good, but he's not as versatile as number 1. He's also very, I mean, he's an Uber, he's quite expensive, he's a backliner, he's not gonna carry you in any stage, and you just gotta be lucky using him. So yeah, he goes into the honorary mentions as well. I'm sorry, Master of the Pacific, but you're just a meme. He's a meme. So yeah, but now, for real, the best cat talents in the game are for Cancan Cat. Okay, so you can maybe have a different opinion on the rest of the cats in the list, but this one, no. This is without any doubt the first cat that you should get talents on. Cancan has the most absurd stats in the game for its price, and the couple of good talents that it gets are clearly enough to make him an SS pick for your cat army. And the proof is that you may have noticed, you may have not, but almost every clip in this video has Cancan in it, and maybe you didn't notice because that's completely normal up to this date. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure because I haven't recorded most of the clips that I'm going to use here, but you get the point. Cancan is so versatile mainly because of his insane stats and his first talent. Extra money or money up or double bounty, however you want to call it, gives you double the money an enemy should drop when killed. And because of Cancan's insane damage per hit, this double bounty thingy will happen very frequently. This is why Cancan is so good. You just start the battle and need some cash, right? Drop Cancan and he'll give you all the money you need to deploy the rest of your cats. Or maybe you just want to chip down a heavy enemy, but you don't have enough for an Uber to deal with it. Whatever it is, Cancan will probably be enough for the situation. But that's not all. This guy gets defense up, attack up, and movement speed up. And unlike most of the units in this tier list, Cancan gets plus levels, so you can upgrade him up to level 90, 100, whatever. I mean, What else do you need in a unit that costs 675 cents? Oh yeah, he also gets alien targeting for his slow ability, but that's not what you use Cancan for, so don't worry too much about it. And hear me out on this one. Well, this may or may not be a hot take, because we all know Cancan is one of the best units in the game, but I can confidently say that Cancan is the third best cat in the entire game, and it's just because of his talents. So yeah, this is the final ranking in my opinion. Now, what do you think? Tell me in the comments what are your favorite cat talents. That was it for the video. Hope you liked it, and if you did, consider subscribing. If you want to check out the Battle Cats app that I've been using throughout the entire video, it will be in the description of this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.